Hey everybody, I got an unboxing video here for you. This is a Chinese reproduction of a Rickenbacker. All my life, folks have said I should try a Rickenbacker because they're supposed to have thin necks, and I like thin necks. ESP LTDs and original Charvelles, that kind of thing. So I've been more or less for the moment at least, I'm kind of done buying guitars, but I did want to try out a Rick. So this is, the last purchase for a while, unless I'm really impressed with this Rick. This one's a 6-string and a solid body, and if I'm really impressed, then I might get the 12 and the 6 in the hollow body and the semi hollow body as well. But other than that, I don't see myself buying any other guitars. Building, yes, but buying not for the foreseeable future. Unless I open my home for lost ESP LTD guitars used for, about $150 on Reverb. But I don't need 10 LTDs. I'd like to have them, but I don't need them. But anyway, okay, so on with the unboxing. Let me get the letter opener. Okay, this thing, I got it off of DHgate. It was between $200 and $250 for the guitar, and if all goes according to plan, this should be a solid body 6-string Reproduction Rickenbacker type in a black with 3 Filtertrons and a Bigsby. So let's see what we got here. I got it so it will open, but I haven't actually opened it yet. Here we go. It's got a styrofoam coffin, and inside's a guitar. Get over there, box. There we go. And in here, what do we got? Oh, they put the logo on it and everything. Isn't that cool? Isn't that sweet? And yep, it looks like a Rick with a Bigsby. Come here, bag. There we go. There it is. Now I checked, and this supposedly is a full-scale length Rickenbacker. So, yeah. So we got a Bigsby, which the spring is probably in the bag with the cord and such. Got a 3-way. And then I don't know what the control layout is on this. It's got 5 pots. Oh, that looks like to be an issue right there. It's a little dusty. Paint job looks nice. Logo looks nice on the headstock. I think that's the correct headstock shape. Alright, here we go. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. About average. About average. You're not paying for the fret job. The $200 price point on this guitar isn't the fret job. It's the style of the type of the guitar that you're paying for, and the fact that it's got Bigsby and more electronics in it. So that kind of thing. Yeah, I'd give this a your typical It's on the nice side for a baseline neck as far as the fret ends goes. Let's see what we got here for action. Out of the box, I mean, obviously out of the box. Looking at, it's between 1 and 2 mil at the 24th. Let me set the camera down for a sec and see what's up with these neck frets and such. Hold on. Okay, not sure if I can do this with one hand, but we'll see what's up here. Loosen this thing up a little bit. Pull it out of the slot. Get a fret puller guard. It's thin enough it'll fit in the slot. And then you can put it across the second fret. And see what you got at the first. Does it move? It looks pretty flat. It looks pretty flat. So yeah, nicely cut nut, nice and low. Nice low nut slots. And if you look across, you see they're all at about the same height. So yeah, it looks like all the nut slots look pretty good. Relief. Go across the 2 end frets and then grab it in the middle and see what wiggles. Yeah, it's got a little relief. It's got, oh, very little. Yeah, half a mil or less, maybe a little under half a mil, 0.4 mil, something. Relief, half a mil relief. So yeah, it looks like it's got a good setup out of the box. I don't know if it's tuned or not. I don't know if it's intonated or not, but yeah, so there's the basic guitar. Back neck's finished. It's a glue-in design. Alright, so here we go. Let me see what this neck feels like. It is thin. It is thin. Yeah. Let me find a micrometer. Okay, next, let's see. Yeah, I got about 34 millimeter string spacing, 33/8 outside to outside, so between 33 and 34 millimeter string spacing. Let me check a couple other guitars right quick. Tilly type, 2 millimeters wider. PRS type's about 1 millimeter wider. Well, generally speaking, it looks like Fenders, Gibsons, and anything with a Floyd Rose lock nut are all about 2 millimeters wider on the string spacing than this Rick. And the neck profile is, yeah, it's pretty, it's like a really thin C actually, probably. I mean, it's got beef at the spine area, but it's very hemispherical, so there's not a whole lot along the sides at all, and it's not thick at all either. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Guess we'll just have to account for the strings, kind of a thing. So the top of the strings were 24. So yeah, that's got to be a 20 kind of a neck kind of thing. Maybe 21. Oh. What is that? That's how many mil off the fretboard? Call it 3. So yeah, that's probably a 21 millimeter neck, maybe a 22. And then, but the thing is that it's narrow. It is narrower string spacing. Yeah, you can almost look at it and see that it's a little narrower string spacing. No wonder they said I'd like a Rick. And yeah, it is narrow. You can reach way over on this thing. It's more like with the trapezoid neck, you've got very little material, or with the aluminum angle stock neck, you have very little material in the shoulder areas, of the neck profile, and pretty much all your materials along the spine. And so you can reach even further over, because here it's this part. I need more fingers. It's this part of it's right here, and right here is where my hand hits when I'm trying to reach around. That's the first part of the neck that's in my way of trying to get as much of my hand around the fingerboard as possible. Is right in here and right in here. And see, the trapezoid gets rid of that. So you can actually get better reach around on the trapezoid profile than this profile. Even though this profile is better, this is probably a better, I don't know if it's because it's narrower or if it's because it's got so little material here in the shoulders, but this is almost better than a traditional modern D-type neck, I'd have to say, because it does have very little material here. It could be a combination of both, the fact that it doesn't have a whole lot in the shoulders of the neck profile, and it also has slightly narrower string spacing, which probably means the neck itself is a little narrower. Oops. 42. It's probably about the same. Let me get some other numbers. Yeah, it seems to be about the same as a Fender, so it's just narrower string spacing on a regular width neck. And then you might call it a thin D, because it does have a bit of a flat spot right in the middle. So it is more of a D than a hemisphere or a C. So yeah, it's a thin D with closer string spacing. And looks like that's the ups and downs of a Rickenbacker. I'm going to go through it and, put the spring on and the switch knob and things like that, and do the setup and probably roll the fretboard edges and maybe run some 100 grit over these fret ends, maybe something even finer than that, and just knock the edge off of them a bit, and then I'll play it. But yeah, so this is it. Like I said, this came off a DH gate. It appears to be correct in all aspects, except for you get a little wire hanging out, but that's just, loosen the screws and tuck it back in and screw it back down, so it doesn't look, like it's going to have damaged the wire or anything, so it shouldn't be an issue. And hopefully all the electronics work and such. I'd be somewhat surprised if they didn't at this price point for over $200. And the fact that it's also, set up correctly, more or less. Yeah. It doesn't seem to be any major quality issues here. It's not, a $400 or $500 guitar fret job. and I don't know what the pickups sound like yet, but I've tested Filtertrons in the past, so I imagine they sound like your average baseline Filtertron does, which is, it's a little brighter than a humbucker, but it's not a single coil sound for sure. So yeah, like I said, most all pickups fall somewhere between a single coil and a humbucker, and as I recall, a Filtertron might be a little bit more humbucker than it is single coil, or more towards the humbucker end of the scale. But I'll find out, and if I ever get some kind of recording thing going, I'll put up sound samples or something maybe. But anyway, until the next build or video or whatever, I'm not sure what's next. Let's see. I'm working on, let's see, I had to re-glue the neck on the cigar box guitar there. One of the saddles broke off of one of the saddle nuts actually stripped out on the roller bridge on the antique. Got my fret wire, so I might take a stab at guitar number 4 there, which needs to be finished fretting it. Needs frets installed on it. And that red one's the baritone telly. And second try I've got a correct neck for it. And the pickguard just came in, so I think I've got all the hardware now to put that one together. And black and gold telly and the black and gold Strat. I think all the parts are in for those two, because I unboxed the Strat and I measured the pickup covers and I ordered a set in gold of the correct size, and they've arrived, so I can now proceed on that build. And then that blue thing all the way in the corner is going to be the black stained Strat build with black hardware. And for that, it was either use that thing or use the Rogue, and I decided that the Rogue wasn't a real Strat, and I wanted a real Strat for that build. So I just got a baseline stain grade Strat. Blue is the cheapest color at about $70 or something. So that's what that is. That's going to get stripped down and stained black. And I think I'll do probably one of the film coats of a poly film coat on it for a clear coat finish, because A, it's the least expensive, and B, it gives you good results. The only real downtime is the curing time. It's not as bad as linseed oil, but it's not as fast as shellac, and it's not as fast as spray lacquer. Maybe I'll do it in spray lacquer. Spray lacquer is more expensive, significantly more expensive than wipe-on poly by the gallon, which you apply with crumpled up printer paper, and gives really nice results with very, very little poly used, 2-3 capfuls for a guitar, kind of a thing. So, yeah, still got a few builds to go. As far as the Rickenbackers go, narrower string spacing and a thin D neck is not a reason really necessarily to buy more Rickenbackers. I've seen what I need to see now, so I don't think I'm going to be buying the 12 or the 6-string hollow body versions of these. If I was going to buy a guitar just for the neck, I'd probably buy another Rogue Rocketeer RR100, because they have incredibly awesome necks, and the neck alone is worth the price of the whole guitar at around $100. As far as like the the profile and the fretwork and stuff and the feel overall. It's you know, it's this is a $250 guitar, and the neck on the $100 Rogue is better than this, without a doubt. Without a doubt. This is like the neck off of that $70 Strat, as far as like the fretwork and stuff goes. So yeah, what you're paying, once again, it's like most things in life. You're paying for a name, even if it's a clone. It's a pretty clone though, and yeah, a real one is like, oh god, I don't know, thousands of dollars. So once again, I took the poor man's way out. Now I got a reproduction and I can see what they're about. So overall, I'd have to say it's a heavy guitar. It's not a light guitar. It's not super heavy. But yeah, it's probably a little heavier than a Strat. Not as heavy as an LP. It feels like it's really short scale length. So I don't know what the scale length is on these things. It might be a Gibson scale length. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for the unboxing. And until the next video, everybody, see if I can get a good closing shot here. Everybody, have a good one.